What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout, and I am here with the final ultimate guide for starter decks. Learn to play starter Goku in Fusion World. This is the last starter guide. Now we have all of them to help you get prepared for the starter deck pre-release tournament. But before we begin this video, huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons that buy us coffee. They keep this crazy content grind going. And guys, thanks a lot for your support. If you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to our Patreon is in the description below. And I think that's about everything. Roll the video! As with all of our videos, let's start with a breakdown. So I'm gonna give you a brief archetype breakdown. I'll show you some lines of play. We'll talk about thresholds again. I'll show you some interactions. I'll show you a deck list. Not the optimized build, but good enough to give you some sort of an idea of what you want to do. And I'll show you the first 3 turns with the deck. Then we'll just wrap it up with a summary. Let's go! Let's start with the game plan. So what's our game plan with this deck? Starter Goku is a mid-range card buff deck. We use our leader's ability to buff one of our battle cards for free by plus 5k. So he's similar to the U7 Goku, except he doesn't passively buff the entire board on your field. He can buff only a single card. However, because it's Activate Battle, he can do this both in attack and defense. So you can just save your own cards if your opponent is swinging into them. That's pretty cool. So let's start with checking out the leader. On the front side, our leader is super standard. He's Son Goku 15k. When he attacks, he draws 1, an awakening of 4 lives or less, plus draw. That's all just pretty standard. Let's check out the awakened side. On the awakened side, our leader is 20k Son Goku. When we attack, we draw 1. That's cool. And this ability is the bread and the butter of the entire thing. Activate Battle once per turn. So only once per turn, but it can be during your turn and during your opponent's turn. Choose up to one of your battle cards and it gains plus 5k for the battle. Now, on surface level, this feels extremely weak. It's just like 5k once to something. However, we need to examine it in a bit more detail before judging. Okay, so let's start with explaining power levels. What is the average power per cost of battle cards? 2 costs are usually 15, sometimes 20. 3 costs are 20 on the low end, 25 max on the high end. 4 costs are 30, 5 costs are 35k. So you can see that power increases in jumps of plus 5 and plus 10k between costs. More often than not, plus 5k usually translates to plus 1 cost. So when you increase the power by 5, usually if it has already been on the high end, it's as if you're playing a card that's 1 cost higher. Now that you know this, we need to see power levels in relation to combo power. We have 2 combo power levels, plus 5 and plus 10. Awakened leaders are usually 20k. So, here's the question that you need to ask yourself. When attacking, do you combo with plus 5k or do you combo with plus 10k? Usually you can combo with 5, 10 is great for defending, but we need to look at where does this land you. So here's a difference between evens and odds. This battle card is 20k. It attacks, you combo with 5 and she's now 25. Your opponent in defense combos with a 10k and your attack just flops. That's what usually happens when you attack with odds. It's usually 1 10k combo or more depending on the starting power of the attacker to get out of an odd attack. However, when you attack with even, this battle card is 30k now, opponent needs to combo out more. He can't combo out with a single 10k. He now needs to commit more. So it's 10 plus 5 at minimum to get out. It would be the same if you attacked with, let's say, 40 then it's 10 plus 10 plus 5. So you want to attack at even numbers. That's what you want to achieve. And Goku helps you get there. So yeah, turning odds into evens is what makes this leader so good. So for example, you swing with this 4-cost 25k Gohan. You use your activate battle, he goes to 30. Your opponent now needs to combo out a 10k and a 5k, or 3 5ks to get out of your swing. Normally, they would just combo a 10k and be like done with it, or 2 5ks. So keep in mind that this game is a resource game, like most card games are. You will force your opponent to spend their resources defending while you buff your attackers and you turn odds into evens for free. Also, another cool thing that you can do is you can actually use your activate battle to save your cards. Because it's activate battle, you can use it on both turns. So in this scenario, the 25k Android 17 is attacking the 25k Caulifla. If they stay at the same power, Caulifla gets removed. So, and you want Caulifla to stay. So you use your activate battle, you give her plus 5 for free, and now she's 30 and she survives the attack. This is how you can use your leader's ability to save your battle cards completely for free. Here is the deck list, link is in the description below. It was built on Deck Planet, the link works now, it's super exciting. Guys, go check out Deck Planet, it is the best deck builder on the internet. You can use it to search for cards, you can look up other people's decks, you can build your own. There's literally zero reason to go to some other website. Just go to Deck Planet. Deck Planet is amazing. Or Top Deck Diffusion. Both of them are absolutely amazing. So this list isn't an optimized build. So if you take this list and you don't win games, I have warned you it's not the optimized build. However, it serves the purpose of giving you a general direction, a general idea of where you want to go with this deck. Now let's check out the mulligan. Here is the mulligan, it's super standard, so you use the Roshi. You keep Roshi because he adds cards from your life to your hand. He's a self-awakener, same with Krillin, same with Android 17. You just want to drop down to 4 and awaken as soon as you can, because smart players will not swing at opponents' leaders unless they need to. So you need to find a way to self-awaken. In this part of the video, I'm going to show you the first 3 turns with this deck. Now that you know the basics, it's time to check out how to play it. We'll be going over the first 3 turns, and as always, we are gonna use the provided deck list. The link is in the description below. We're assuming that you went first and that you have kept the shown mulligan. Alright, let's see what this deck can do. Turn 1, the usual setup. This is what our normal turn 1 looks like. So we start, charge 1, pay 1, we play this Roshi, we activate main to take a life. If you don't have this Roshi, then you're most likely playing the one that just draws you a card, and then we just pass the turn. There's really not much to do on turn 1. Turn 2, some very light self-awakening. We start the turn, charge 1, draw 1, we pay 2 to play the Krillin, we take our own life. Krillin gets plus 5k power, that's his permanent, he attacks for 20, the attack resolves, and then we get to attack with our leader into something, we draw 1, and we pass the turn. Turn 3, it's time to awaken. Most of the time, it's time to awaken. So this is another simple turn, we start, charge 1, draw 1, we pay 3 for the Android 17, his on-play triggers, we take a life, now we can awaken, we just awaken, draw 1, attack with Android, it's time to buff it, we use activate battle, we give it plus 5k, and then we attack with our leader, we draw 1, and finally we pass the turn. Finally, let's talk about some upgrades. So I didn't want to include everything, mostly because you need to get some of these cards, plus I don't know how to get one specific one, the first one, on the digital client, I don't know that yet. Anyways, we have a couple of potential upgrades for you that you can use when deck building. This 2-cost Goku, there is a normal version. It's not necessarily the serialized one. However, When your leader is awakened, he's 20k. When the leader awakens, he has a permanent to become 25k, and then you use your leader's buff to make him a 30k. He's a 2-cost 30k. Like, that's stupid. That's 4-cost power for just 2 energy. Then you can use Universe 6 instead of Universe 7 if you wish to be more defensive. You can use this card to keep saving your cards and just maintaining a healthy board. And finally, we have the President of China here. So his permanent is that he can't be KO'd in battle. He's 20k, so he's a constant attacker. He just can't be KO'd in battle. And then you just keep swinging with him. You use your leader's ability, you make him 25, you combo with something, you make him an odd cost. It's a cool trick, basically. Before we end the video, let's quickly jump into the summary. Starter Goku looks like a very decent red deck. Now, while it's likely weaker than the other two, the plus 5k on both turns is a very cool combat trick. The ability to play a 30k beater for only 2 energy is insanely strong. No other deck in this game can do this. Only this deck can. Transform the one into 30k, because that one isn't Universe 7. So yeah, huge shout out to my friend Cody who discovered this. Basically you just play the promo one, you make him 30k. Yeah, that's awesome. The deck has very good potential to become stronger as new sets come out, because its power isn't locked to a specific trait. Like Universe 7 Goku buffs only Universe 7 cards during your turn. So if we don't have new Universe 7 cards in the next Red Universe 7 cards, in the next 2 sets, 3 sets, the deck basically stays the same. But this one just profits from every single red card until the end of time, until the game is discontinued. So this one is just gonna get stronger over turn. It's a great deck for learning the game. If you're getting into the game, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for the starter deck tournament, but it's a great deck for learning the game. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below. Will you give Starter Goku a go? Are you excited to play this deck? I'm personally excited to give it a go to see what's it like in actual use. Or is it just theory that it is as strong as I believe it is? So I think that it's worth giving it a shot. But let me know in the comments, do you like this one more than the U7 Goku? I'm looking forward to reading all of your comments. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And guys, while you're here, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Help us get to 4k subs. We're super close. And when we get there, I'm gonna give away a booster box. This has been Damien from the Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.